right. So this feels so fucking weird. How do I do this? I went live immediately without thinking too much about it. The brain process was like, I gotta do my videos for today. I've gotta get that done. It's 7 p.m. That's about the time I'd usually record. My brain's like working through the process of time to do the video recording. And then I was like, no. And it's not like a lazy no either. I mentioned this kind of the other, I think just yesterday. Time is a construct at this point. So I mentioned this on my Zenless stream at the very end of it, where I was like, I think I'm gonna need to take a break. I am having problems physically, mentally. I don't know where they came from, and it's very strange because, like, I don't want this to end up sounding like I'm depressed. I want to, up front, not the fucking problem. At least not, like, directly. I feel like whatever's going on with me is leading to that potential, and I need to self-care my way out of whatever hole I am currently in. It's not, like, that's what sucks, too. It's, I guess it's just weird that I'm yapping at a camera right now instead of doing my usual videos. But I think that there is something's been going wrong recently. The past couple of months, again, kind of unrelated to videos. I don't even think it's related directly to what I'm doing on a daily basis. And I don't think it was like the live streams or anything either. Just life hasn't really shifted much in the past couple of months. And for what I do right now, that's okay. I like that stability. I like the consistency. The tism go burr, and I enjoy having the constant, you know? But something shifted. I'm getting worse sleep. I don't know what's happening to that. I don't know if it's diabetes related. For those who don't know, I'm a type 1 diabetic. I don't know if it's just like extraneous bullshit that's like causing poor sleep quality, but I have been more exhausted in the past 3 or so months than I have in my entire life. Like, this is the most exhausted I've been since I worked 2 jobs at the age of 18 and was like back to back to back basically every day of the week. And what's wild is I'm not doing anything comparatively. Like, I'm using my brain and processing power, but I'm not like physically doing things. I'm not getting up. I'm not doing physical activity. I'm not stressing myself in that way. But at the same time, I'm sitting here exhausted every goddamn day. I get out of bed, like I sleep maybe 5 hours solid if I'm lucky. I have this like insomnia that came out of nowhere. And again, I don't know what caused it or what might be causing it, because nothing really has changed. And I'm like, what the fuck do I do to approach that? and that's where I'm like sitting right now, like, I do need to just take a fucking break, I think. I just need a mental health break of some sort, a physical break. I'm to the point where I'm considering going to the doctor, and as an American, you can understand how much of a stress that is, that I'm considering approaching my doctor because of how exhausted I am all the time now. This feels unhealthily exhausting. And I'm not even stressed. Like, I just saw the comment there, the word stress, and I'm like, it's not. And that's what's wild. It's like, it's not stress. Like, right now, I'm more stressed than I've been all day. But I haven't felt good all day. And I'm sitting here like, I don't know if you can, on the camera, if you can see the fucking eye bags. These only showed up a couple months ago. Those haven't been that heavy my whole life. And I'm like, I'm legitimately like, I'm not trying to sit here like I'm dying, I'm gonna die. Like, I'm not trying to do that. You know, like I want to make that clear. I'm not sitting here like I'm actively gonna be dead tomorrow. Deuces. Like I'm comparatively healthy, and I know that inside, but the stress of not understanding why I'm so goddamn tired all the time and where that came from is probably causing more issues, and it's becoming this like stacking problem. I've been finding myself struggling to work on the cover for True Firepower, the Nikke cover, that the guitarist and bassist have been done for like 2 or 3 weeks at this point. And I have like learned the drum part and I know the guitar part and I can play them. But every single time I'm about to record, I'm either too goddamn tired. I have a stream that day and that was scheduled, so I couldn't. And those are done as far as like the scheduled trial streams now. That Zenless one was the last one I did. So like those trials and like the scheduled streams I had are basically done at this point. So I can stream whenever I want to, whatever I want to. That'll be a little bit easier to like work recording stuff around. But that's kind of neither here nor there. It's just every single time I was like, I'm either too exhausted or my body didn't want to. And that's something else. Like I'm kind of having more arthritic problems recently in my wrist and my shoulder. And that I think is hitting me mentally more than I think anything else is, even where I'm like, what's that going to mean for me as a drummer going forward? My right arm is basically the bread and butter of that whole shebang. Like if I can no longer drum, who am I? not actually having an existential crisis on that, but a little bit of levity there. But it's just there's a part that hits you like I'm tired all the time, and if I'm feeling better with my right arm, then I'm exhausted. Or if both of them are hitting me, I'm not sure what's happening every other part of my waking life, and I'm like, I just want to sleep and I don't know what's going on. And it's weird because like this feels like a midlife crisis. As a 30-year-old, not too far off, especially as a diabetic. My life expectancy is more shallow than a healthy average human. But I've been aware of that, and that's not like a part of the stress. Like, I'm dying, and I'm halfway through my life. Woe is me. Not that. But also, as the body gets older, it changes and goes through these situations. And I think there is a little bit of like a background radiation hum of like existential crisis that comes with that. And I know I'm old. I'm unk as fuck. I get it. But at the same time, it's like my soul is so much younger than my body wants me to be. And there is a part of that that's like, you just need to get out there and do more things and get your body rolling. I've been having problems in the past year or so, like other health issues, gastrointestinal problems I've been struggling with, and those are largely diabetic related. I get those, you know, those are things where like I go to the doctor and I'm like, here's what's going on. And they go here. Turns out I'm sensitive to zucchini skin is one of the factors. Fun fact there. Never would have expected that shit. That came out of nowhere. But also, I don't know where the line draws of I'm too tired to continue. And I know I want to keep doing this, but I also know if I keep doing everything day after day after day after day and don't allow myself to have breaks, which I am awful at giving myself breaks, that's a problem too. And I need to understand that. I'm still too new into doing, yeah, right, zucchini skin, yeah. Apparently there's like a thing in zucchini skin that's like supposed to be anti-predator. It's like an enzyme that grows in the skin that's supposed to irritate the stomachs so nobody eats it anymore. And it's not a common thing for people to have, but it's not like super rare either. But apparently it can cause ulcers in certain people, and my tummy no likey. So there's a fun one. I learned about all that. But yeah, it's so strange because like I know some of this is definitely just my age showing, like outright my age is showing, where I'm like to a point where I'm doing this all the time, and even though I'm not moving around too much, that also might be a part of it. I need to get better at caring for myself, allowing myself to have these breaks mentally as well. I've been basically doing daily videos and or streams since I started doing YouTube almost full time. And when I quit my part-time job to do this full time, I was like, cool, that's awesome, that's great. I love that, and I love the community that has been built here. It is single-handedly one of the most positive things that has ever happened in my life. And I say that without any fear of being like that dating itself, because it's not gonna. This is, as of now, this is one of the finest things that has ever happened in my life, and I want to cherish that, and I don't want to lose it. So part of me is scared of that. If I push myself, then I'm going to push myself too far, but also not pushing myself feels like I'm not able to be myself. And I'm not pushing myself as much as I possibly could either, because I could have had like the Nikkei cover out last month if I was pushing myself into the grave. But I know that there's a balance to have. I just don't know what that balance is. And I'm still too new to this to find out exactly what that means in the realm of work-life balance of being a creator. It's weird because, like, comparatively to any other part-time job or even full-time job that I've had, labor-wise, heavy labor, fucking working at a gas station making pizzas, shout out Casey's, best job ever, or being a custodian, it's like, that's so much more physical, and there's so much more labor involved with it. I'm more tired physically when I do those jobs. But this, I think I'm just tired mentally, and I don't know where that comes from really, and it's because it's new. You know, like that process of being like, I don't feel tired, but I feel tired. My body is like raring to go, but my soul is like barreling down, like, do not do that. Don't move, don't breathe, don't think. If you even consider smelling a new smell right now, I'm going to take a nap. I don't know where that came from. And that's where I'm sitting. Like, I know I was gonna need to take a break, and I was already going to do like a video in a couple of days. I was probably gonna take the first week off of July and like give myself that time to just be a vacation, you know? No recordings, at least no scheduled things. If I'm feeling it, I'll feel it and I'll do it. But then as I was about to record tonight, and right before I started streaming this, I don't even have a thumbnail for this stream as a result, but I was like, I should just do that now and see how long it takes me to bounce back. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to take this time to break away, not do daily videos, and that includes member videos, which sucks because we have a backlog of those. I'm not going to do any recording. I need to breathe. But I'm going to record the days that my body and brain feel good. So there's going to be gaps. But I don't know how long this might last. It might be a couple of days. It might be all of next month. I'm not going to abandon doing the daily uploads entirely because I know that I can do that, and I really don't want to fuck myself over when it comes to the YouTube side, because this is my full-time job. If I don't have this and the algorithm decides to smite me, I'm screwed, and that sucks, and I don't want to disappear. So, oh man, that's, I think the weirdest part is that I have this brain set, see, I can't even think of words right. I have this mindset of like, I want to keep doing things, and I want to be able to, because like, again, these daily videos don't take that much out of the day. You know, the grind for so many other people who do actual fucking jobs. I'm saying it, this isn't a real job, it's being a creator. But I think there's a balance that I just need to find, and I don't know what that balance is, and I need to figure out what I need to do, I guess. That's where I'm sitting right now, and that's why I'm confused. Because I don't want to stop doing the daily videos. There are so many communities out there that like legitimately have picked me up from where I've been. And if I'm not doing the daily videos, then I'm not doing enough for the communities that have gotten me to where I am. You know, like that's where I'm struggling. It's like I don't want to like let people down, I guess is the like goofiest way to say that, but I think it's also the most accurate. Because I feel like if I take a break away from that, then that just means that I'm taking advantage of the communities that brought me to where I am. But I don't know if this is just people pleasing that my brain is going through right now, where it's like I don't want to like let people down in that way. But I don't know, it feels strange. Like that's why I think the biggest headache for my own like processing of all this is like I know I need to take a break, but also am I allowed to? If I kind of see the communities that I serve in that way, I serve. To be the brain rot has hit me from Legends of Adventures there. But I'm so fucking tired. Just it's all references. But it's like I know I don't owe anything, but like I wouldn't be doing this full time. I wouldn't have this as a job if you guys didn't show the fuck up randomly. You know, like if all of you didn't happen to stumble across a video and decide to watch and stick around, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have been able to take that leap of faith away from a shitty part-time job that was getting worse, only to do this. To just yap about music and show people why piano parts are cool and play video games that try to sell you gambling at a young age to get you addicted. What? I didn't say that. But it's like, that's what's kind of hitting me, is I know I need to take the break. I know I have to. I know I should, and that's why I was already kind of planning on it. But then I opened I opened OBS today, and I was like looking at the next song to do. It was going to be a Nikke video tonight. I was going to record that, and I like sat down, and for the first time, instead of like getting my brain into the like, okay, time to record, even if I've been tired, I sit here, I lower my armrests, I move over here, I get recording, and I just go, hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to it. And it's just, you know, you can fake it, but at a point, you gotta drop the goddamn line and just be like, I'm tired. I need to not allow myself to push it off another day. What sucks is I can't process how long this might take either. Like, I really don't know if it's going to be a week, if it's going to be a month. I can't imagine I'm going to let myself get further than that. One of the main things I want to do in this free time, and what I was already planning on doing, was working on that Nikke cover, but that's also dependent on my arthritic issues. Like, whatever my wrist is doing, like today, and my shoulder and wrist are okay. Tomorrow I could wake up and be like, you know, it's been very hit or miss the past couple of weeks. But I did just get, for those who saw me mention that in the other stream, I just got the new mattress yesterday. Slept on it for the first time last night, and it's still a little bit stiff. It's got to break in. That's going to take some time. I'm aware of that, but like, hopefully that'll help with some of the sleep things. But last night it didn't. So I'm arguably more tired today than I've been in a long time. And but this hits on and off so inconsistently that it's like hard to tell if I'm going to wake up and be like, time to get shit done. Let's go. Let's make videos. Like, I could very well wake up and make a video tomorrow, you know, like I could totally do that. I might make a couple, but then like the day after that, I might just be like, nope. You just wake up saying, fuck it, man, I'm done. And I need to figure out where that is. Again, it's the balance of finding when and where and how to take a break. And I'm not sure what that is or what that means, because it's so strangely new. Well, the song I was gonna, well, we already have like half of True Firepower ready to go. The guitar is done, the bass is done. I've got to record some of the rhythm guitar stuff for layering and the drums, and I'm going to have to bring in a vocalist because my throat is not going to handle the distortion. I'm not well practiced with distortion like that. And I tried, but it both sounded kind of mediocre, admittedly, but also the power it needs, I don't feel like I give myself that. The voice is an instrument. You need to train yourself to be able to do certain things properly in order to make them sound good. So I think I'll just outsource that part. But yeah, I will be streaming more stuff this next week. I've been considering something too, that I just in general when it comes to the screams, when it comes to the screams, it's Halloween. When it comes to the streams that I was going to be doing from here on out, they were going to be pretty much unscheduled entirely. What I think might be fun in a way is doing like just a stream where I literally go through all the games that I play and just do dailies and just have that like moment to like chill with you guys while I'm just doing the mindless garble that is dailies of various games. Like I do Wuthering Waves, Nikke, PGR, fucking Zenless Zone Zero, Genshin, like all of the collective, Limbus Company, Reverse 1999. I'll do all of those dailies all on the same stream, just because I think it would be a fun time to just kind of yap and share random updates or thoughts and just kind of podcast it in a bit, but but like not as fucking pretentious, not sitting here trying to be like, oh, it's gonna be a podcast. But it would also be a more fun way to do dailies, because I have found myself just kind of doing dailies. Like I'll pull out my phone and I'll be like, time to do my fucking required 3 hours of fucking video game dailies. Usually doesn't take that long, but that's because most dailies I do just right now is Zenless, Reverse, and Nikke I do on like a super daily basis. But I play all those games and I want, like, some of them I want to return to, like PGR. And it's like, that'd be nice to just do dailies, you know? Free streamer look by streaming dailies. Yes, abuse the system. So while I know that that's going to kind of like blend a bunch of the communities, some of which don't tend to get along, I think within the community of the channel, people will be okay with that. They'll enjoy that more or less. So I think that'll be fun. It'll also give me a little bit more time to just get general feedback of things and probably throw out teasers of whatever stuff I'm working on recently. Like, for example, you didn't expect this update. We got 2 episodes of the Cadence and Calliope shorts on the way now. We got 2 working on it because the voice actress for Cadence is about to give birth. Cheers. So I'm not going to bother her for at least a month after that. So I had her record 2 episodes in advance. So those are basically locked in, ready to go. Once I'm done editing them, we'll get there. But those are things where I just got to do them at some point. And I'll be returning to the animation analysis stuff as well, so like that'll be nice because I kind of miss those. You know, like I miss just being able to write and talk about animation analysis stuff in general and just being a dork about it. But also I'm probably gonna have to hire an editor for that, so we'll get there. Just because like that'll be something I need to offload, because I am aware that like what I'm doing every single day is a little bit too much when it comes down to the hours in the day. But I need to get to that point. So that's where I'm like scared to take a break. This break sounds full. That's what I'm saying. Like I've got a lot of stuff I want to do, and that's why I know it's not going to be a real break. That's why I was like, I don't want to take a whole week off to just do nothing and nothing. My brain wants to do things. But also, on top of the exhaustion thing, ADHD go burr, and my executive dysfunction is one of the worst I've ever met in anybody with ADHD. I have so many things that I want to do and so many goals that I want to achieve, but I constantly sit there and I'm like, get up, do the goddamn task. And my other part of my brain is like, if you move from this spot, I am going to explode in your face. And I'll be like, you can't explode in my own face. I'm me. And then my other side will go, bruh. Then I just end up not moving. I end up stuck in this time loop of nonsense. And it's not fun, but I have so many things I want to do. But I want to do like a return to form for the stuff that I've done, like the animation analysis stuff. And I know that I have a lot of other things that are on the plate in general. I've also may or may not have been messing around with some song compositions too, and maybe that'll become a thing. Nothing anywhere near finished. Don't even. But I have been like, I want to write music for the first time in 15 years, somewhere in that window. And there is a part of me that wants to get back into that too. And that's not going to be a part of the rest of like the content thing. That'll be in free time, but that's exactly where I want to find out what happens during a break. If I allow myself to only work when my brain wants to work, I want to see what happens. I will definitely be doing videos and streams during this time. Like I kind of mentioned, it's going to be like a pseudo break more than an actual break, but I want to see what goes down. I wonder if this might be the turning point where I just need to not do daily videos anymore, and I just need to do videos, whatever they may be, whenever they may be. I wonder if the daily thing is going to be I listened to too much Cosmograph. I was about to listen to what was it? Hold on. It was Retribution for Nikkei Today. That's not even Cosmograph, so joke's on you. What happened? Light? What do you mean? What light? Where? All my lights are on. What the fuck you mean? But less of a break and trying to diagnose what's wrong and fix it. Kinda. I mean, that's what's weird. It's sorry about that weird pause there. My brain just kind of went off. It's gonna be like an active diagnosis, or like I need to figure it out. So it is going to be a break, but it's going to be a break from the norm rather than it is a break from content as a whole. And that's why I titled the stream the way I did, because I didn't want to be like, I'm stopping, you know, because like I don't think I'm going to. I have a plan in mind of how to be able to record videos in advance if I take a 2-week trip to Japan next year, which is still very likely on the board. We were going to do it in October this year, but schedules didn't align. So that's probably going to happen before spring next year, or not before spring, around spring next year. And like, that'll be great. That'll be like a get out of here, get out of the stuck behind the desk mentality, which everyone needs that, you know, like touch grass, literally. And I think that'll be an amazing experience to just leave the country. I've only been to Canada one time, and it was like 3 hours north of me. So it's like that's the only time I've seen the world in person outside of 3 United States locations that aren't connected to my state. And it's like I need to get out a little bit more. I need some of that experience to be able to, I think, bolster some of this creativity out of me. I feel like I'm starting to get a little stagnant by staying in this house all the time. But I'm also just not an outside person. I'm not a type A personality. I'm very much I prefer to be inside. But then once in a while, you start to build up that resentment for being inside. And you're like, I need to do something. What do I do? How do I do it? Where do I go? Where I come from, Cotton Eye Joe. And you have to figure that shit out. So China would be cool, but it's going to be Japan purely because I have 2 other people who will be joining me, or at least 1, probably 2. That'll be joining me that I've never met in person, but it would be really neat. And we'll probably just be kind of like grouping it, so to speak, like not having the exact same experience, but more or less that we can like lean on each other's shoulders. Because it's always scary going to a different country when you don't have somebody, you know? But that's what I also think I just need to do for myself now, is just to find out where that balance is of not doing anything and being okay with that. I need to force myself to be okay with not doing work. Which sounds weird coming from a fat guy who sits in his house all day and makes like 3 YouTube videos a day at best. That sounds fucking rich coming from me. It's like, well, you need to just do nothing. It's like, you aren't doing anything. That's the way I process what I do as basically not much, but I know it's not nothing. And that's where it's hard to find that balance of it all. I'm not sure what that is, and I don't know if anyone really could. Just being cramped up and wanting to do something else. Yeah, kind of, but like not really. It is other things. You probably just missed the first chunk of the stream, which is fair. Because like that's one part of it, but the other part of it is like I am physically exhausted, mentally exhausted, and I don't know why, and I think there might be health reasons, because I do have multiple health problems. I'm a type 1 diabetic on top of other issues. And it's like, all that's probably playing into my failing health right now. How exhausted I am constantly. How just in general tired I am of trying to do anything. So it's like, I know I'm not healthy, but I don't know where that balance of work life is to feel healthy. And yet, like, on a daily basis, obviously I'm not worried about like sharing details with you guys, because I don't care if you guys know this. It's not like it's a trade secret. Every day I spend, I would say, about 2 hours recording videos, and then another 2 to 3 editing all of them. And that's like a roughly a 4 to 5 hour work day, so to speak. And then I have to do dailies to be able to keep up with those games, which I don't have to, but I count it as work, which I'm spending another usually 2 to 3 hours doing that, not counting the extra editing for other videos. If I'm doing the covers, that'll be another couple of hours. Doing the drums, if I did that every day. Learning the guitar part was like an hour to 2 hours a day for a good couple weeks there for the Nikkei cover. And now I know it really well, so I'm not concerned about learning it at this point, but I'll have to kind of rework how to play it a little bit. Just because I haven't played it in a few weeks with my arthritic problems flaring. But then it's also like the Cadence and Calliope shorts. Making shorts in general, doing the clips even, does take up time. And I realized pretty quick that I am doing like an 8-hour day most days. It just doesn't feel like it because I'm doing what I love, which is a yapping. But at the same time, coming from somebody who's lived an entire life of working labor, helping out my parents at their custodial jobs growing up, I was cleaning a church from the age of like 10 to I think 19 is roughly when I stopped fully really helping them. And even then I was still mowing the lawns on weekends to help my dad's lower back issues out. And it's like, when I look at what I'm doing now in comparison to that, I don't feel like I'm doing anything. But when I look at the hours of work I do a day, and then I realize, holy shit, I am working a lot more than I thought I was. And I don't know where to fit me into that. And now I'm here having an existential crisis. CEO of Fumbling, spitting facts. Yeah, the pebbles are definitely piling up. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm yapping. That's why I'm just, instead of putting my energy into fucking sitting up straight and popping up my glasses, pulling out the keyboard. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. It's just that too. Putting on that energy. It's like, I don't have to. And when I'm excited, I don't put on energy. I'm happy to be there. But in the past week or so, I have forced myself to be my usual camera personality of, I'm happy to be here talking about music. And most of the time I listen to a song, it's a fucking banger, and then it brings my energy back around. It's like a second wind. And I'm just like, I start the video faking it, and by the time I'm done listening, I'm like, hell yeah, actually, that's a really good song. I love what the chord progression did, and my brain starts to go. But then it cranks into overdrive, and then when I'm done recording, I'm so fucking exhausted. It's like the second that the camera turns off. The other day I had this exact experience where I like recorded one of the main videos, like the usual daily videos that I do, and then I usually record my member videos right after those. I hit the like stop recording button, and my entire soul just left my body, and I had to like let the members know they were not getting a video that day. I could not. But I also feel like now that I've done that so many times, I'm losing the essence of what makes these videos good. The reason that I want them to exist for people is that I want it to be somewhat educational, but also entertaining. I don't love having to do the reaction part of it, but I know it's just a part of the process. I want to like be a more part of the educational aspect of it. The yapping at the end and analyzing what I do is the part that gets my brain going, and the part that I hope that people take the most away from. And realizing that if I'm this tired all the time, I can only do so much, and I'm not doing as much because my brain is too tired to think of the right words, basically. I can't think of the right chords. I take longer to figure songs out if I'm more tired. And honestly, yeah, I've had to be careful about the headbangs recently because of like the tension in my shoulder over here has actually made it painful to do like just kind of vibing with headbangs. Today, again, arms a little bit better, but the past like week or two especially has been awful with that. Like, but every single time I hear a banger, I'm like, hell yeah. And then like, it's like, it comes out of your soul, you know, you got a headbang to it. You got to move to it. But I also think it might be taking a physical toll on me more than I'm realizing. Like, so I need to just not for a day or two, you know, allow my body to recover from those moments. And now I kind of understand why so many people don't do daily uploads, because I'm sure that that is why. In hindsight, I'm starting to understand it a little bit more as I'm experiencing the like damage that it's probably doing to me. Why people aren't doing daily videos all the time. And if they are, they might be just a different personality type than I am. It's exhausting for me. Like, I don't know if it's easier for extroverts to just be constantly on like that all the time, but it's not so easy. And it's just hitting me harder and harder. Now I'm reading what people are saying here. See, and like you guys just like, thank you so much, we appreciate it. And it's like, I appreciate that you appreciate it. But also I think that's a part of my, I'm like, I don't know if it's, would it be imposter syndrome? I guess so. We're like, I don't feel like I deserve that. Or it's like, I'm just a guy yapping. Like, I'm happy that you guys are enjoying my shit. But like, at the end of the day, I'm just a dude talking through his ass about music. And sure, it's a hyperfixation that I want to share with people, but I don't know, I feel like the praise is a little bit too high. I've seen so many comments over like the last year, especially of people going like, I love your content. There was a comment from an indie artist that I did a member video on that went public like this past week. And the composers of that commented on there. They're just like, we've heard about you. And I'm like, from who? Like, my name is spread way further than I ever fucking thought it should, especially at my size. Like, apparently people are bringing my name up in casual conversation within indie scenes and music like communities, and I'm like, what the like, I should not have that level of influence. I'm just an asshole sitting behind a computer and just talking about music. I'm just an asshole. Like I'm not. I don't have like accolades that I feel like belong with that sort of appreciation. And yeah, like I am my hardest. I'm so hard. I'm so harsh on myself. I'm so harsh on myself, and I know that. And I was like that with my animation career too. I was always as hard as possible on myself, and that's eventually why I stopped. Like I still have my tablet here, but this bitch is covered. Hold on. See if we can... Look at that dust. It's been over a year since I touched this thing. And the last time I used it wasn't even for drawing. It was for an editing thing I had to do. Well, aside from the rhythm game streams. Like that's how dirty that is. I don't draw anymore. I haven't drawn in, well, I think 4 years. And it's like, I know I was a harsh critic of myself then, but that's just because I kind of fell out of love of drawing. I still love art, still love animation. That hasn't changed, but drawing myself has become basically a thing of the past. I can't imagine myself at this point jumping back into that. Maybe that'll happen while I'm taking this pseudo break. Maybe there'll be a moment where I'm like, aha, and I draw something. But I don't know. And that's what's always strange. Oh, I've got to read things again. I feel like there's a gap in every single thing I say, and you guys talk, and then I'm like, oh shit, now I gotta catch up. Most people out here don't know anything about music theory. Dude, I barely know about music theory. I've read one book on music theory, by the way. Hold on. It's a really good book. Not sponsored at all. It's just the dude, Alan Van Wert. He made a good book. Really, really solid. It's very concise thing, and then it also has a bunch of like all the scales and chords and everything. This is super useful to me, like on a daily basis. That's why I've got like a thing for like a bookmark in there. It's really useful. And of course, I've expanded my own knowledge beyond that book, but that is useful. So use that, not me. But it's like, names sound fancy enough. He's just a general producer, I think. He's worked with quite a few people. But yeah, like read. I look busted. I am. I literally, like, what time is it? An hour ago, I tried to take a nap, and then I walked in here like I need to record, and then my body was like, go live, just tell them the truth. Accept your fate. So I did. And that's what happened there. You are in between our trans. Yeah, that's kind of the easiest way I've found to like explain it to other people too. Is like I find myself more as like a communicator of music than I am a musician, which feels weird since I am one, but do I count? I'm not looking for anyone to say yes or anything. I know I count. It's just there's still that imposter syndrome of like, I haven't made a song since I was like 15, and that's not even a joke. I probably should. 4 a.m. for you? Valid. Yeah. It's not going to be like a full break, don't worry. I don't know how long you've been hanging around lurking in here, but I'll be around. I'm just not sure exactly to what extent. Or like how much or how long or what, like all the extent. And this, my heart is still pounding right now because this still feels illegal to be like sitting here like, hey guys, I'm leaving for a little bit, at least in part, to just breathe. That's what I'm saying, Kin. I can't take a break. I've got to keep content rolling. I'm so tired, Kin. I'm so tired. How tired I was recording with you, and even though I was sick, compares nowhere near to as tired as I am right now. But it's just the function of daring to take a break and breathe and not do that. Now you know how I felt. Yeah, and the reason you still haven't made a video since our last one, bro. Where have you been? Come back. Dad never came back with the milk. I went out to Walmart. I found Kin in the milk aisle. I gave him a half gallon and he was like, "This'll be great." He gave it to his family. He promptly left because half a gallon wasn't enough. And he hasn't come back since. That's what happens. I fly all the way to Canada to help record with Kin so he gets something out and I get something out. And then he's like, "Nah, I've got a full-time job. I've got a career. My name's Kin." Yeah, the content pump is exhausting. And I knew I would eventually have to take a back seat to doing the daily videos. I just didn't know when it was going to happen. I also didn't expect... Yeah, I fixed your computer. Right, I did. I straight up went there and like helped him improve his computer. For free? And luckily that was before all the other like the price bumps and everything, but yeah, I mean, I knew eventually this would happen. I just didn't think it would suddenly happen. I thought it would be more like an I would know. But now I'm realizing that was never going to happen, and I was always going to have this moment of like it was going to be too much and I had to back off. Because I have other projects that are in the works that I want to do that I'm finding harder to do because I'm so tired all the time. Oh, you ended up getting Curio a new one? Good. Hopefully before things got even worse. Take a break from the gacha game and take a deep breath. Nah. I still got to do my dailies for Zenless today. How long have I been pumping out daily videos? How old is this channel? Hold on. Daily videos. Let me check. Let me check my sort by. I don't have a sort by oldest in this. The fuck? You don't have sort by oldest? Sheesh, oh, that'd be so bad. Hold on. Let me go to my actual channel then. The studio for some reason doesn't have sort by oldest. This does. How long have I been churning out daily videos? That's a good question. Even I'm curious. Looks to be about 2.5 to 3 years has been daily. Looking at the average video uploads there. Around the time I started doing Arknight stuff that I started doing daily videos, so that would be about 3. My oldest video 7 years ago wasn't an actual point of reference, it was just the meme of it. So I've been doing daily videos for over 2 years, and most days in that 2-year span I've been doing 2 videos. So use Zenless my zone till I 0. True. Very true. On sale, worth the price. Good. I was looking down at my screen and I didn't see that message. Still what it is, even though I upload drumming videos. My drums are right there all the time. And I stream weekly. Drums. Fuck you, Ken. And I drum for like covers once in a blue moon. But that's also part of it, is like doing the daily videos has been like I cannot get my energy to do anything else. Like I was doing weekly drum shorts on TikTok and on YouTube for I think about a year, and then I had to stop doing that because I was tired. And it was very hot here. That was before I had the air conditioner unit in here when I could actually like calm myself down. It's like those, I had to like learn a chunk of a song 3 times a week and record at least 2 videos, sometimes 3 videos per week just for shorts. And that was a lot. And that was also why I still had my part-time job. So I would do those, and then I would go to work, and then I would come back at 11 p.m. and then I would record a video or 2. And then I would go to bed at like 2 a.m., which is still something that happens. Average sleep time for me is still like 2 or 3 a.m. And it's like that weirdly wasn't tiring me out nearly as much as everything else has since. I think the freedom that I gained from quitting the part-time job made me want to do more stuff and explore more as a musician, which is great. Because it's like, cool, creatively, I feel more expressive than I ever have. But there's also that balance of everything else just hitting me. Same guy that said, I feel like I don't feel like it. Shut up. Stop. But yeah, that's kind of, well, to Ken's question of like, how long am I going to be? And then Emerald said, whenever my brain wants to. That's basically it. I'll probably end up doing like 3 videos this week, even though I said I'm not gonna. But if I'm allowing myself more gaps between, I think I will be okay. But I also might come back to doing daily videos. I don't want to like stop doing that. I just need to find out where the healthy medium is. Where I'm making videos and I feel comfortable doing it, but I'm also not like breaking my ass not being able to do stuff. And like there's the jokes of like there's somebody on my Discord who, if I don't upload oh god, I forget what game it is, but like if I don't upload a video of that subject, they're like, where's my, I think it was Zenless, where they're like, where's my Zenless video of the week? It's the only thing I have to look forward to. I know that that's a joke, but I think even before that person showed up, my brain has always been thinking that, where it's like, kind of, I mentioned that earlier, where I feel like I owe every community that's gotten me here something. And I that's not going to change. I feel like I do. Because everybody that got me here started largely from the boost of videos I got from the Arknights stuff. And then that's now here. And now I've got so many subcultures that have kind of converged onto the channel. And I love that because it offers more music for me to listen to. I love music. But it's like, how much am I going to be able to push it before I end up like causing myself problems? Bro's stuck in a loop at this point. I am. I'm okay, Ivy. I'm just exhausted. Yeah, I edit every video. I kind of broke that down earlier. I'm doing like easily 8-hour days daily, no breaks, no weekends off. And that's including all editing and all recording, depending on whatever random content I'm doing. And if I do streams, those days I usually do 4 to 5 hour long streams on average. And then I'm also adding another 6 to 7 hours, god damn it, hours of work after that, doing the daily recordings. Where's my break of that? I don't have one. Don't just say I'm not doing enough in quotes. How dare you? Stop doing that. The same guy who said I don't do enough, by the way. That's not gonna change. I don't know if that mentality is ever gonna shift. Because I know I could be doing more. but also like I'm doing too much and I need to be okay with that. Sorry, I'm kind of bringing you guys on like this random existential hole of me explaining my shit while trying to figure out what to do next. Remember me telling you you're crazy to put out so much content like that? Yeah, remember you telling me to play drums better, and it made it worse for like a solid month because I was so paranoid I was gonna end up being a worse drummer. I remember that. By the way, I have been doing hand exercises while I sit and do nothing else. I've been trying to work on this left hand separation for like a solid like week and a half now. I'm just doing finger separation on my left because this side not a problem. I can do my fingers on this side all day unless my arthritis flares up, which it's trying to. But then I've been sitting here doing this, just trying to separate my balance and get my fingers to work together better. What do I do with that hand? This one, nothing. This one, everything else. My right hand is why I've got the arthritis flare-ups I mentioned. It hits me. That mindset is the murder of passion. Well, that's what's weird. It's like I'm not losing my passion for it. I'm not losing my passion for music. I'm still happy doing it. I'm just tired that I can't. Those lucky drums. Come here. Oh no, step set. Oh god. Like I've taken kind of a recent like look back into like my own passions as well too. And that's why I started messing around with this. It's like I'm gonna be modifying this and like putting a new screen in it. And I think that'll be fun. And it's something that can ground me to the part of my life that was more simple. But also, it's like, those are things that I had to abandon after COVID hit because I was starting to work more and I was doing retro repairs and mostly consoles. But it's like playing games and chilling and doing like retro, like refitting and modding is something I kind of miss doing. So I want to do that. So this is a standard model, by the way. Well, it's a limited edition SP. This is not a mod I did. This is just, it's called the Shrek model, the Shrek 2 model. Oh. I want to be able to put a new screen in it so I can get like more up-to-date visual set to it. Got a 3DS recently. Yeah, I still have my I have a new 3DS XL that I bought way like what 2014 or whenever it came out. I've played it a total of like maybe 10 or 15 times. It's still up there. It still works. You don't have me added on. Did you just send me a friend request? Is that what you? Oh yeah, it is. Hello. Hi. Add. I can. We've been in the friend group chat this whole time. Never even bothered. But yeah, there's like these little passions or things where it's like, this will be nice. But it also is not going to take away anything. It's just more of like a way to rekindle that spark of my childhood in a way. I love nostalgia. Playing Pokemon on the Game Boy. Boy, would you ever happen to believe the title I've got sitting in this thing? If it'll actually focus. Here it goes. Da-da-da-da. Anyway, yeah. So it's just a matter of enjoying myself and having that thing I can bring anywhere and play. So that's kind of why I did that one. Do I get games on my phone? Not aside from the Gacha ones, but that's because I don't really play many. And like when it comes down to games like this, I don't love to play emulated games on like my phone, or even like I've got emulators running on my Linux in my living room. Those are mostly console stuff. Playing Game Boy games on a big screen always felt wrong to me. Even through like official hardware adapters, it just never felt right. But try a DS Lite. Now I've got the new 3DS. Like that better, arguably. Although I do love the DS Lite, as nice as that one is. I would also love to have a Game Boy Color again. Original Game Boy again would be kind of neat. I've got an NES. I've got a Genesis. I've got... What else do I got out there? N64 out there that are just things I fixed during my retro like repair days that I bought off eBay and fixed, and now they work. However, I kept those ones because I was like, I don't think I want to sell these, because like those are a part of my childhood and I wanted to keep those around. Other people's I've sold off, and that was how I made money for a hot minute. You have Majora's Mask on 3DS? I don't think I own it. Oh, maybe I might own it. I have the background for it on my 3D. That's like my main background on that 3DS. So I probably do own it. Unless it was a freebie for like a trial demo thing, which is very possible. I think the only games I got for that are maybe, I think I have Alpha Sapphire, and I know I have Pokemon Sun. Aside from that, I don't think I ever really got any more games for it. I was very much a Pokemon player. So I just kind of vibed with it. Unpopular opinion, it's a good remake. I don't think it was bad. I think people are... I think whatever the new Ocarina remake ends up being is probably going to be worse. Just visually, I don't think I'll like it. I'll be real. I don't like the visual direction already. And I don't think it's going to get better. I just don't like what they did. I don't think it's going to be like God Kill It With Fire or anything, but it really does look like somebody downloaded one of the fan-made models from Unreal Engine, and I don't love that direction artistically. Just feels awkward. Pokemon White on Tuesday? Hell yeah. Good choice. Why does Link look like that? That's what I'm saying. I feel like the mod community will come through to make that the better remake. Like they'll probably do mod swaps and everything on it for the character models, and we'll probably do like a retro variation of it with like the new game mechanics, but with the original character models or the 3DS models. So I think that'll be more interesting than the whatever the fuck character design they end up doing. That isn't Link, that's sneaky. Yeah, he does look weird, and he looks way too, I don't know. If the like Link's Awakening Oracle look they went for with like the kind of more clay style chibi for the 3DS and Switch. Was it for the Switch and 3DS? It was for one of them. You know the one I'm talking about, though. If they go for that direction, I feel like it would be... like, that was cute, and it worked for, like, the overworld stuff, the top-down stuff. But it feels like they're trying to soften the new one, too, and I feel like it's going to look like some weird bastardized version of, like, Animal Crossing. I don't think it'll look good. You know, like, I'll have to wait and see... But I'm not liking it just off of that one shot. I'm like, he already looks kind of fucking weird. But we'll see. Waiting for the randomizer. Gotta wait for the mega randomizer to come out and everyone be playing that shit. Link that's been drowned. God, that would be actually a really good like April Fool's joke to like the next trailer that comes out for the Ocarina of Time remake is like fully a Ben drowned model instead. I would actually appreciate that. That'd be funny. They'd be like, we heard your feedback about the way that Link looked in the original teaser, so we decided to swap his look. Updated Link, and then it's just fucking Ben running around. That would be funny. They're not gonna do it, but it would be funny. Anyway, this kind of went off the rails. Obviously, it's a stream of mine. It was going to go off the rails. But I just wanted to tell you guys that that was going to be happening, and it ended up happening sooner than I planned. I was going to tell you guys about this break at like the start of July, and then just kind of give myself time to balance it out more, but I think I've just got to do it. I don't think my body and brain want me to wait that long, even though it's like 2 more days, 3 more days. It's just, it hit me a little harder and a little faster than I expected it to all at once. So for those who have skipped the video, and this is now the highlight of the video where they can like skip to it if they've got like sponsor block or something, and they can go to the highlight moment. This is going to be the break. I'm going to take a break, which means I'm not going to be doing daily videos. I'm going to be taking it on my own time, basically, and recording as I feel energized to do so. Whether or not I come back to full-time videos will be up to whatever happens in my brain, whatever the chemistry happens, if I end up getting better sleep, whatever happens to resolve itself, however long that may take. I am going to be back doing things, but I just don't know how long that will be until that moment hits. To that point, I'm going to be doing streams and videos whenever I feel like it. I think the one exception might be my drum streams. I think I'll keep those up just because that's 1 day a week, and that's a consistency thing that, aside from me feeling awful, which who knows, but I'll try to do a drum stream per week like I have been, just because those are like fun in a general sense too. They don't feel nearly as much like work as they are just me playing the drums and vibing. But those are Twitch only, so if you don't watch those, don't worry about it. But for those who do, that'll be there. I'll also cut this video and kind of make it its own thing, I think, at some point, just so people can be mostly aware. I'll post it other places, just where this clip is so people can see. But I think I'm going to take that moment to just breathe. So if you guys can be around when I upload stuff, as always, that would be awesome, because boy howdy is my wallet going to hate me for a little bit here, and I'm sure YouTube is going to punish me for not uploading after uploading all this time for all this moment, because that's how they work. The algorithm will definitely play its part in fucking me over on this one. But this stream isn't even monetized, because I don't want it to be. I didn't feel like it was something that I should monetize, so it wasn't. I'll be back doing the videos as I feel energized. That could be as soon as tomorrow. You know, like I could make videos tomorrow without any issue. I'll keep trying to follow my usual schedule of like what things I haven't covered yet and just kind of keep track of that. So I'm not having huge gaps of like, I haven't done a Wuthering Waves video in like a month. You know, like I don't want to do that either. So we'll see. But I do need to take some time. So I'm going to. Anywhere you could donate or support while I'm gone? Is there? I've got the merch store. I don't. Hold on, let me check my. Do I have something in like my description that's like a. Maybe? Do I have something on like. I have something on my Twitch. I might have. I do have a donation link through Stream Elements that'll take like PayPal and cards. So yes, I don't have a Ko-fi, no. But I do have that other one. So through my Twitch description, there's the donate button is still active there. Or becoming a channel member either through here or Patreon is always going to be a good option too. I don't want to set up a Ko-fi. I actually had one, but then nobody used it, so I stopped because they took more than it was actually worth at the end of the day. But I do have the Stream Elements donation link. And also, if you want a fucking shirt or something, the stores there, which I am planning on doing stuff as well for that. I have art coming down the line for that one, the one furry character I mentioned. I've got a few pieces that are currently being worked on for her that will become merchandise of some way, shape, or form. I just haven't released it yet because that's like very back burner, not forefront. So if you like furries, that'll be on the way. Other than that, I've just got like my usual shit on there, so we'll see how that goes. But everything's fine, Rare Bear. I'm just exhausted. But Twitch is cringe. Understandable. But it's not through Twitch. It's through Stream Elements, which is only connected to my Twitch. Any update on the Pulchra one? Yes, but it's also not what you'd expect. I'll show you the line art for that. Hold on. Gotta go to VGen. Hold on. It was not what I expected, because it wasn't the art style I expected out of this person, how he approached it. But I actually kind of like it. Like, I didn't expect to like it, but I kind of like it. But it took me a second to be okay with it. It's not sexualized, which is weird, because I kind of expected that. I thought it was going to be horny, but it wasn't. So there's that, right? Like, that's not at all what I expected the artist to do, but I was like, go for whatever you wanted to do, and they wanted to kind of go for this more like cyberpunky sort of badass look, and I'm like, you know what? That's actually kind of sick. So when that's all like lined and colored, I thought when I said I gave like the Pulchra like reference, and I'm like, they want to see her in this, and the artist was like, aight, and then I just was like, do whatever. And then instead of making it horny, which I assumed it would based on like the way it Pulchra looks, they kind of just did that, and I was like, it legitimately took me back. Like, I had to sit there and go like, do I like this? And I was like, yeah. I haven't heard, or I haven't seen rather, any artist that hasn't made Jayla horny yet. So it was very strange to see, especially when the other work that I've got of her is sound like a Mongolian throat singing. Where the hell is it? Where are my folders? Where are my folders? There they are. Jayla art. Especially when the other art has been more like this. That's the other one that's like fully done. I have variations of her in different like outfits for this one. Well, it's different colored outfits, but same outfit. And I have a... Is this safe to show? I guess it kind of is. This is a canceled sketch from that same artist. You can see why I'm not going to leave that on screen too long. And I was like, maybe not that horny. And then they made the other one. And I was like, that's much better. This is what happens when you just like give them vague directions of like, go this way with it, and then you're just like, oh, but what if face down, ass up? And I'm like, no. It's a little bit too spicy. So we ended up with like the her in the cutoff shirt, and like that's much better. But the sketch still exists. So it's like I've got variations, and there will be more of those from different artists, because I much prefer the Vine Boom. I much prefer the variety of artists. I like doing commissions for different people. The one exception to that basically is the artist for Cadence and Calliope, because I want the art consistency for, you know, a storyline situation. And I've got more of those on the way too, more poses for those. So there's stuff coming, but none of that is what I'm drawing, you know? And we'll have those out at some point. Those will be a part of, I don't know if it's just going to be sticker sets or what, but I'll have to figure that out later. All this to said, break is happening. I need to go, like, lay down. I need to go sleep and not do a video for the first time in quite a while. I pretty much only ever take breaks when I'm doing something severely, like, time-consuming. Like if we have a family emergency or something, which doesn't happen all the time, but they do happen. Yeah, that's kind of what's going on there, Noisy, more or less. Kind of like big picture placed into a sentence that's pretty succinct. I'm not gonna go to bed, it's only 9. That'll actually fuck me up. I can't go. This is so far off my sleep schedule that if I were to, oh god, I'd wake up at like 6 a.m. and be like, what year is it? And then I would end up having a really bad day the following day. I'd have like a whiplash. So not going to bed yet, but I will be. And I'm just gonna take my time. So if I see you guys tomorrow, then I'll see you tomorrow. If not, I'm probably not dead. Just keep an eye out of like social medias. I'll be on Discord all the time as I always am. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Is that 20? Is that 20? Holy shit. Jesus fucking Christ. Lord. You're going to give all these people memberships the month I'm not going to be uploading? They're gonna get nothing out of this. Thank you very much, CEO. But like, all that for what? Obviously I'm not gonna be done, but like, we'll see what happens. I suppose I'll see you guys all later. It feels weird to end a stream like that, but we already have a Patreon membership. What happened? Yeah, Festive, I'll be taking a break. Goated CEO moment. Decided to financially support me for the month I'll be hit or miss on video uploads. I guess. I guess that was the goal there. Anyway, gotta get out of here. Thank you again. Thanks for chilling and letting me yap about this. If you don't know what's going on, the VOD will be here. You can start from the beginning. It's probably the best part to watch for the details of why this is happening. But I will see you guys all whenever the hell I'm able to see you guys all next. So goodbye.